My name is Jamie McDonald. I'm an attorney with McDonald Law Offices. Our firm represents individuals in consumer bankruptcy cases throughout the entire state of Arizona. Today I'm going to give you an overview of Chapter 13 of the Bankruptcy Code. A Chapter 13 is a reorganization in which you put together a plan that specifies how you're going to pay your creditors back. You make one payment each month to a court-appointed trustee, and that trustee acts as a dispersing agent and pays your creditors for you. At the end of your plan, the court enters a discharge canceling most debt. There are a few exceptions, however. Chapter 13 has many advantages. One of the advantages is if you have a house payment, you want to keep the house, but you're behind on the payments. If you file a Chapter 13, you can put those payments, late fees and other charges into the plan, and the trustee will catch up those payments, fees, and other charges during the course of your plan. You are required to make each house payment that becomes due after your case is filed. You let the trustee catch up the arrears out of your plan payments. The lender is prohibited from foreclosing upon you or taking other action as long as you comply with the obligations of making your plan payments and continuing to make the post-petition payments. If you have a second, third, or other mortgage against your house or deed of trust against your house, you may be able to have that lien stripped off. In certain situations, if the home is worth less than what you owe on the first deed of trust, we can do a strip off. We can file an adversary complaint in the bankruptcy for you and have the court strip off that junior lien. You'll no longer be responsible for that debt. If you have a vehicle loan, Chapter 13 will also allow you to keep the vehicle, even if you're behind. When you file the Chapter 13 plan, that payment you make to the trustee is going to go to pay on that vehicle loan. In some situations, you're allowed to pay back the lesser of the vehicle's value or the balance owed. You still keep the vehicle. In many cases, you end up saving thousands of dollars when you could strip off and cram down the remainder of the debt. If you have a vehicle that has been repossessed, as long as you file the Chapter 13 before the vehicle has been sold, there's a very good chance the court's going to order the lien holder to return that vehicle to you. As long as it's necessary for your reorganization, we can put that vehicle debt into the plan. You keep the vehicle. Your plan payments to the trustee are going to go to pay that debt off for you. If you owe the IRS or a state for a tax debt, you get to pay those taxes back through your plan with no interest and penalties. If there's a lien, however, we do have to take care of interest and penalties, but in most cases there is no lien. You get to pay back, the amount is fixed on the date you file, you get to pay back the IRS or the state with no future interest or penalties. Student loans, in most cases those are non-dischargeable. Just like in a Chapter 7, they're non-dischargeable in the Chapter 13 unless you can prove undue hardship. Even in those cases where they're still going to remain legally obligated for that debt, that student loan creditor cannot collect from you while you're in the Chapter 13. They have to wait till you're done, so it gives you some relief there. Another advantage of a Chapter 13 is you get to keep your assets. Unlike a Chapter 7 where the trustee is going to liquidate your non-exempt assets, sell them, provide a dividend to your creditors, you get to retain those in a Chapter 13 as long as you meet the reconciliation requirement. Please give us a call. There are many other advantages as well. We'd like to discuss them with you. You can reach us at 480-968-3100, or if you're outside the metropolitan Phoenix area, you can call us at 1-800-790-8616.